Rescue me, Papa. Charles receive has call at midnight laid bare his hellish life under medieval deeds. According to royal insiders, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's marriage has descended into a toxic state, and it's primarily on account of Harry's growing unease about being trapped in his new LA lifestyle. New idea here's that Harry's series of woke interviews could in fact be a cover-up for how he's truly coping with all the recent shifts in his world since he stepped back from the royal family. One insider insists the father of two is parroting how his wife speaks. And although Harry, 36, continuously insists that the move to the US was the best thing that ever happened to him, it's also apparent, says the source, that he's unhappier than ever. Being ripped away from one's family with so much unsettled business, constantly firing accusations at the wall to see what sticks or what will actually draw a reaction, and surrounding oneself full of your wife's yes men PR flax is no way to live, snips the source. The insider also points to Harry's endless tirades against his family as evidence that he's hardly gone to LA to move on with his life. He is always moaning and always grinding that axe about his family, who are keeping up a stoic silence, says the source. Harry's personality has also shifted since moving to LA, and the once affable larrikin is now rarely smiling. He's a fish out of water. He's lost touch with his family and lifelong friends, and the longer he stays estranged the more he loses himself, the source says. Meghan hasn't allowed him to thrive, he's just following her lead because outside of the palace he knew nothing else. Ultimately, the insider believes Harry's continuous attempts to mask his internal unease could be detrimental to both himself and his marriage. His comments and attitude are all feeling very one-sided, distorted and toxic, which no one would say if they believed he was truly happy, says the insider. Former Royal Protection Officer Ken Worf has had a front row seat to many toxic royal marriages. He worked for Harry's mother, Princess Diana, from 1987 to 1994, a time when her marriage to Prince Charles was crumbling. Worf exclusively tells New Idea he too has concerns about the path the Sussexes have taken. Now trapped in La La Land, what happens when the Hollywood trappings run dry? Will the palace welcome back their prince? Of course, with or without his wife, muses Worf. He adds that he doesn't believe Prince Harry ever wanted to quit the royal family, but was left with no other option once Meghan, 39, wanted out and the Queen refused to grant them a hybrid arrangement. His choices were limited, and there was that fear of losing his new bride. In my opinion, he decided to jump. And it's a jump I feel he will come to regret. In other news, Prince Charles has been vocal about his intent to trim down the monarchy when he becomes king. While at the moment it may look unlikely that Harry would ever come back to the UK, let alone work as a royal again, one man who knew a young Prince Harry has reignited hopes for a royal reunion. Speaking on an upcoming episode of the Mirror's Pod Save the Queen podcast, Ken Worf, a former police protection officer who worked with Harry and William when they were boys, said he didn't believe Harry would see out his days in California. He revealed that he thought Harry could return to his homeland for a new role, possibly without Meghan. When asked if the pair would ever come back to the UK, Worf, who has written a new book called Diana, Remembering the Princess, said, "Personally I do, and I base that on gut reaction really. I just cannot see them forevermore living in California. I do think he will be back in some form as part of his father's plan for trimming down the monarchy, because within the next decade that is going to happen.